This guy keeps following us to every field we're in. We can't get away from him. Welcome back. It's Sunday afternoon, and hopefully the wheat is now dry enough. It was 27% moisture 2 days ago, or a little bit less than 2 days ago. So I'm gonna quickly fire up this combine, go get a sample and a moisture, probably take him back to his truck from the other field he was in, and we'll see where it's at. Hopefully we can get maybe this field wrapped up today. It'll be a stretch, but if the moisture's good, I think we can do it. Based off the feel and the crunch test, maybe it's around 19, or maybe I'm just being hopeful. Guess we'll see soon enough. Okay, moisture, I was a little off, and you know, it's hard to tell moisture when it's cold out. That always throws off the hand reading. It was 20.5, but I think at this point, with the weather, what it's gonna do, and what it has been doing, we're just gonna go. Maybe we got 140, 130 acres left here to do. So we're gonna get that done. I gotta get Dad's combine switched over for wheat settings. And then, I noticed today and yesterday when I was leaving the field to fix my dad's combine, I got some ticks happening. One of them's up front, either in the feeder house or the header, and one's all the way in the back in the chopper. So quickly before we get running, I'm gonna fire things up, let it run slow idle while I'm out looking around, see if I can't figure it out, because I hate noises like that and it just scares me. Alright, here is my chopper ticking. I'm pretty sure of it. So if you look in here, we got one broken knife right there. And then this one here, it is bent. And I think that it's hitting these flails when they come around. So that's going to be number one, I think. Which is good, I guess. That's a good scenario. Oh yeah, definitely much better. No more ticking over here. Let's see if we can't see something wrong on the header now. Something over here. All right, we'll stop this thing and take a look. And here is our ticking sound on the header. So I've got one of these in my box. I think we'll quickly change it, because if you leave these, it just gets bad in a hurry. I say it every time I go in this box, but just keep the standard normal wear parts on your combine at all time. It'll save you so much headaches. Anyways, we did find one. We'll get that one put in there, no problem. I can't stand noises or sounds like ticking, things that the combine shouldn't be making. And I'm sure all farmers, as soon as they hear something, they start worrying about it, but it definitely raises my blood pressure, because I think, uh-oh, something's gonna break, and it's always a major issue in my mind. So glad we got those figured out. Let's get rolling. Tried combining this little strip of wheat, drove through it, didn't think anything of it. Then I looked down at my header. Everything, like the reel is spinning, but nothing else is. And well, I forgot my drive shaft off when I was fixing the auger. So we will quickly go put that on and try again. The rest of the crew is still working on getting here. Obviously I live right here, so I took that sample and started right away. My brother just showed up and he quickly hopped in the grain cart until our grain cart operator gets here, which is nice because I am 100% full and waiting. But he'll be here right away. We can unload on the go and get rocking and rolling. And man, it turned into a beautiful day. Whole crew's here now and we're ticking along good. We're just gonna finish up the headlands on this side, and then we'll just work our way north-south. Check out this rock the deep tiller just pulled up. Holy, that's bad. Hate to run into that by accident. I will be extremely surprised if we don't have some serious deep tiller damage by the end of this field. That was in the ground. He just pulled that up. And like, that was laying flat. You couldn't even see it. Wild. Here is how I use my yield monitor and my loss monitors to maximize the capacity of the combine and try and get the most acres per hour out of it, because at the end of the day, we got a lot of ground to cover, only 2 machines to do it, and I want to get it done. So we'll start off by calibrating in the crop we're in with a drop pan. So my brother will drop pans, we'll kind of get it where we like, and from there I will dial in the loss monitor so that it shows a little bit of losses on the screen, but based off of what we dropped our pans, it's an acceptable amount. So if you look down here, here is your rotor losses. I got nothing. And over here is your sieve losses, and this white corner, this is showing your losses currently, and it'll go up like it's doing now, and once it gets to this line here, it'll start blinking, and that's when you know your losses are a little bit high. So we're getting right up on there, but it's coming back down. So between that and this is how I really know how hard to push the machine. So when we did our pans, we were at 80 bushel an acre wheat. So I know that if I'm going 4 miles an hour in 80 bushel an acre wheat, that's probably half a bushel loss, and that's acceptable in our eyes. So then I can just quickly, without even looking at the loss monitor, say, okay, so we're right up there in the 80 bushel wheat right now, so I can't really go much faster, but I'll hit a 60 spot or a low spot showing 50, and then I know I could push it a little bit harder. And so between the number on my yield monitor, which is more important to me than my loss monitor, that's how I know how to push this thing right to the limit and get the most out of it. So I'm a huge fan of the yield monitor. I think it works really well. It gives us quick estimates right off the rip, which is nice to figure out logistics in the field, where all this grain's gonna go. Like if we do a couple acres and it's telling us it's averaging 82, then we can quickly do a calculation. Okay, we got 600 acres, 82 bushels, we need this much storage, and then we can get that planned out. And as well as it gives you really accurate rates per hour, our area coverage, and this one also has header height on it right here, which I've really been enjoying having that header height function. So I would 100% recommend yield monitors, and this is a great option for the older machines. And like this combine, it has a yield monitor, but that number is way out to lunch. I've done everything I can possibly to try and dial it in, but it's just never there. Whereas this is a standalone unit, you could put it on literally any combine with a clean grain elevator, and you'll have accurate yield maps, area coverage, all of that. So I'm a big fan. And as well, like this is a page with a bit more information. I could change my layout. I like this one, got the big numbers, easy to see. That's what I'm looking at usually right away. Every now and then I'll flip to the other screen though to see my coverage and my acres per hour. But that's a little bit about it, and I've been a huge fan of it so far. We got a little bit of a leak on one of the doors, the gates underneath on that cart. It only leaks when you're unloading because, the top gate is closed unless you're unloading, but they're working on getting that figured out right now. So yesterday we finished up that oat field, and that green crap that we took off yesterday, it's really bad, and the moisture is not great. We were just gonna slam it in our big bin, but we decided maybe that's not the right play just to mix it in, so we're gonna find a separate bin that we can throw it in. But because of that, we only have one truck today. So we're banging loads off here on the field, and we're trying to keep up with just one truck, which it's a bit of a challenge. The yard's 1.5 miles away from the field here, but with that big auger, moving grain pretty quick, and we've been doing a decent job keeping up. So hopefully that continues to be the case, and we don't have to do a bunch of sitting around waiting. But I've been impressed. And that big auger, I mean, it saves you a lot of time. We needed it for our big bin, but it's a real nice bonus now that we're on the small bins. Oh, look at all that yellow equipment. Nice. We almost bought a yellow grain cart too to match, but it had like an 18 or 20 inch auger, and I really wanted a 22, so we didn't get it, but it would have been nice. I'm not a huge fan of that blue, but whatever. I'm not too concerned about the paint color as long as the rest is good. And that right there is the last pole that we have to go around in this field. So, I mean, we should have like 2 hours left and be done here, hopefully. I really hope that's all it takes. Now, admittedly, we are having a bit of a tough time keeping up. Oh man, Dad looks comfy. Oh, just relaxing. Yeah, we're having a bit of a hard time keeping up with one truck, and this is tough wheat, so it's hard to auger. Like, this is 20%, so definitely ain't flowing nice up that tube. And now I just got a call saying that there might be diesel fuel in the coolant on that truck, which, I mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna say likely, you know, cracked head or injector cups, but seems interesting. Usually you get coolant in the fuel tanks before you get it in the, like, before you get fuel in the coolant. So tomorrow morning we will take a look at that, because I really just want to get this field done and call it a night. So I don't know, we'll see how the day goes. We should only have 3 more loads of grain out of this field, and then we can figure it out tomorrow morning. I guess when it rains, it pours, in a sense that that's Dad's T800 that apparently has fuel in the coolant. And our other Volvo is hooked up to a trailer full of oats, and it kind of, I mean, you got to be pretty sure if you're unhooking a fully loaded trailer that it's not going to fall down on you. So that kind of limits that. And then our other Volvo, because me and my brother have 2 Volvos, it derated on us because it lost prime on the DEF system, which is a bunch of, no, I'm not, my kids watch this, so I gotta watch my language, which is a bunch of baloney. So we're trying to figure out what to do there. I just didn't have time, so it's at a shop, but they're thinking EGR valve and a bunch of other crap. So I think I'll probably call them in the morning. If they think it's an EGR valve, I mean, that's completely unrelated to the DEF system, so let's get that thing primed. I've got an EGR valve on our parts truck. I'm gonna have to do what I can just to get that other truck going, and if they're busy, then I'll bring it home and do it myself. So we'll make that call first thing in the morning. But trucks are having an issue this week. Hopefully everything is better than we think, but we'll find out soon enough. Anyways, just unloaded into that truck. He's going back to unload, and hopefully the grain cart will be out here soon, and my dad will get rolling again. Seeing as how we've kind of been waiting on trucks, that's kind of what our average load looks like, just so that we don't have to wait any longer. But I mean, we're making good progress. Hopefully not too long left. And we are on our last pass each. Mine's a half pass because this is where I left when it rained that day. But I'm thinking my grain tank will be full just before I finish this pass. But maybe then Dad will be able to get it all and we can get her wrapped up.
Lights back on.
You turning the lights on, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. I definitely need them on. Oh, perfect. You turning the beacons on too? Wow, that's awesome, dude. Just like that. Good job, buddy. And just like that, we've finished up all of JamesBrothers cereals. So now we personally just have soybeans and sunflowers left, which is awesome. We got like, I don't know, a few half sections left for Dad, maybe 900 acres, somewhere around there. But I wanted to get this field done by 8. because we got something going on this evening, and it's like 7:55, so I won't be home by 8, but we did pretty well. So that's fantastic. That's going to be a wrap, and tomorrow looks like it will be a busy day. Lots of things to go over in the morning. Trucks, deep tillers, combines, and then we're going to get going on my dad's wheat. Stick around. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks guys, and you have a good night.